Hello everyone. So I just want to take a moment. My name is Mandy. I'm so happy to be sharing this with you today. So to start, I just want to offer a big thank you to Downtown Schenectady Improvement Corporation for providing this platform for us to offer this class. And secondly, I really want to take a moment to thank our studio family, and not just the studio family, but the community as a whole, for your outpouring of support for Yoga Bliss on the Boulevard. Since this whole thing has been going on, we really appreciate your guys' support. And you sustaining us is allowing us to bring yoga back to the community, sharing it with the people that need it most in these difficult times. So thank you so much. We're so grateful for you. I just want to offer a little bit of explanation in regards to Yoga Bliss. So Yoga Bliss is a yoga studio in downtown Schenectady. It's a cozy little spot right on Erie Boulevard. It's at 140. And Mary Claire, the lovely owner, has a plethora of offerings there. She truly does make it a space for everybody and everybody. Right now we have brought our classes online. So if you like this class and you're looking for more, you can go to yogablissblvd.com and register for classes there, or you have the opportunity to follow us on Facebook, or if you have an Instagram, you can follow us there to stay updated, and we're always posting links to registration there as well. So just to give you a little bit of background before we start our flow this afternoon. So my name is Mandy. I'm a 200-hour yoga teacher. And that being said, there is no pain through my practice. So if at any time I put you into a posture that does not serve you, I'm never going to be offended if I see you come out and take something that does. And I won't see you on this platform, but you get the basic, the sentiment there. So just practicing safely within your boundaries and really listening to where your body wants to go this afternoon. We're going to be working with the 6 movements of the spine. So just going through extension, flexion, lateral bending, and then we'll work with a little bit of twisting as well. And we're going to start seated today. So coming in to find a nice comfortable seat. And you can find the easy seat with the legs crossed and the hands releasing down into the lap. If that doesn't serve you, you always have the option to extend the legs out long here. So wherever you are, just take a moment, get nice and settled, and then begin to arrive on your mat. And at first, just notice your surroundings. And coming into the awareness here so that we don't get distracted as easily throughout our practice. So notice sounds, you might notice sensations, even smells. And then as you've come to this awareness, begin to turn your attention inside. Noticing breath and body. Watching your points of connection grounding down here. Really press into your seat. Watch the spine as it grows nice and tall. The crown of the head reaching towards the sky. And keeping those shoulders relaxed back and down. They're broad on the back body. And then turn the attention to the breath. And at first, just watch the breath. Don't change. Knowing the breath is perfect as it is, it will sustain us no matter the quality. And you might notice the depth of breath here, or the length. You might feel texture of breath, rough or smooth, and temperature. Feeling cool air coming in through the nose, sinuses, down the throat to fill the lungs. Warming here and exiting as it came in to fill the room. And then you have the opportunity to stay with this natural breath. Or if you'd like, you can begin to deepen and lengthen. You might begin to even the breath out to smooth it here. Even adding a count if that serves you. And knowing as the mind wanders, we can just draw it back. Just reach out and pull it back to the breath. Knowing we can do this as many times as is needed, we always get that second chance. And as your next inhale arrives, gently open the eyes. And with the exhale, we're going to bring the arms in a T. Let the palms face forward here. Lift the gaze with the inhale. And exhale, rounding into back. Bring the palms to connect out in front. Inhale, arms wide, gaze lifts, chest open. And exhale, palms come to meet in front. Inhale to lift. And exhale to round. Settling in to stillness as you reach wide. Bring the hands to meet above the head. And exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment to close the eyes here and set an intention for your practice. Is there anything that you would like to focus on? Any way you'd like to devote yourself to this flow or to your day? And we'll seal this in with one round of falling out breath. Take a deep breath in through the nose and sigh out. With the inhale, bring the arms down and around. And exhale, fold over the legs. Bringing the hands to the mat. Or you can release to forearms if your body tells you it's safe to go there. Release the weight of the head. Take a deep breath in. And sigh out. Inhale, slowly roll it up. Stacking spine. Hands come to meet above the head once again. And with the exhale, we'll release the right arm down along the side. Left arm is reaching long. We find that active extension here. And you can hold or planting the right hand down and reaching the left arm towards the right side of the mat. And looking for the nice open chest. The length from left hip to left fingertip. If the chest is open, you might lift the gaze towards the sky. Take a deep breath in and exhale through center. Inhale, right arm reaches, left hand reaching towards the mat. You can hold or plant that left hand firmly as the right arm reaches towards the left side. We're grounding down through the hip. Maybe the gaze lifts. Really look for the length here. If you find any crunching, just lift up slightly. And then exhale through center. We'll begin to offer a gentle flow side to side. Letting movement mirror breath. Keep it nice and steady. And if you notice narrative thoughts creeping in here, can you return to breath and body? Settling in to stillness. We'll bring the hands to the front of the mat here and coming forward to find a tabletop position. So for tabletop, you bring the wrists under the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. The gaze comes between the fingertips here. And with the inhale, you'll dip the belly and lift the gaze. And then exhale, tuck chin and hips, round the back. Inhale to cow. And exhale to cat. Flowing here, forward and back. Find your motion, your dance. You can add circles or movements over the wrists as long as they're healthy, making sure not to cross any boundaries here. 3 more rounds of breath just like this, in and out, forward, back. And as you feel complete from side to side, settle into stillness. We'll walk the hands back towards the knees here, coming in to find a gentle twist. If this does not serve the knees, you can always just find a seated posture. But wherever you are, we're going to offer the arms towards the sky. Let the shoulders sink down into their sockets, and then you're going to turn towards the right side of the mat, releasing the arms down. So that left hand will come to rest at the outside of the right thigh, right hand back behind. If the half bind is in your practice, do that right arm. Feel free to take it there. The gaze can stay at the side or back over the shoulder here, making sure you're reaching the spine nice and long. 1 more round of breath. And as your exhale arrives, releasing any grip, send the arms back to the sky. Rotate through center all the way to the left side. Right hand comes to rest outside that left thigh. Left hand can reach back behind towards the mat, or finding the half bind here. Gaze at the left side or back over the shoulder. Once again, find that spine nice and long. Can you mirror what you found on the other side? Still respecting boundaries, but meeting that challenge. 1 more round of breath. And inhale, unwind, arms towards the sky. And once again, we'll forward fold here over the legs, whether you're in that hero's pose or the easy seat. The hands might release to the mat or down along the side. Let the weight of the head go. 1 round of breath here. Deep breath in through the nose. And sigh out. Inhale, slowly rise up. We're going to come back to tabletop position. And you have the option to hold here, or you can tuck the toes and lift the hips up and back to find your downward facing dog, this upside down V position. Now, first option here is to invite a gentle bend into the knees, especially if the hamstrings are tight. We're pressing through the connection so that we can internally rotate the arms. So imagine the insides of the elbows coming to shine forward. The gaze is back at the toes. Maybe you bend into one knee and then the other, just gently waking up here and still finding that breath, that connection. And then settle into stillness. We'll walk the feet forward behind the hands or hands back to the feet, depending on what suits you. And inhale, rise up. Hands will come to meet above the head. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Coming into your mountain posture, feet at hips distance. The knees are nice and soft here, but the legs are active. We're lifting through our connection. And then you might even lift the toes up here, spread them wide, and plant them back down to the mat. As the inhale arrives, bring the arms down and around. Lift the gaze, reaching long through the spine. Take a deep breath in and exhale to fold. Inhale, find your half lift, bringing the hands to the shins, find a nice neutral spine, and then exhale to fold. You have the option to hold here or planting the hands and stepping back to your plank posture. Bringing hips in line with torso and legs, heels over the toes, release the knees down, untuck the toes. We'll bend into the elbows as we lower the torso to the mat And then inhale, lift the head, chin, and chest. Shoulders pulled down away from the ears. Hands barely pressing into mat. And exhale, release. Press into palms. Lift through your table. You can hold or tucking toes, lifting hips up and back. And then you have the option to step, hop, or float feet forward, rising all the way up. And then bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, arms down and around. And exhale to fold. Inhale to your half lift. Folding forward. Plant the hands. Step back. Find your flow. Knees, chest, chin. To cobra. Releasing down. Press into palms. Lift up and back. Downward facing dog. Exhale this time. Hop, step, float. Feet forward. And inhale, rise all the way up. Hands back to heart center. We'll find one more here. Arms down and around. And swan dive. Find your half lift. And then folding forward, you can hold or plant the hands. Step back, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga to up dog. Sending hips up and back. You can find tabletop or downward facing dog. With the inhale, holding, or lift the right leg up and back. We'll step the right foot forward between the fingertips. And sometimes we have to walk it to find it where it needs to be. Looking for knee over that right ankle. We're squaring the hips forward and the pelvis is tucking towards the front of the mat. The back knee is soft, but the leg is extended. Reach the arms towards the sky. And then maybe you lift the gaze. No duty. Go. My cat wanted to join us for a second there. Bring the hands to heart center. And you have the option to hold or hinging and twisting, bringing left elbow towards or outside the right knee. I know. And the gaze might stay down. If you'd like to offer a challenge, lifting the gaze towards the sky. As the inhale arrives, rising from here, we're going to offer a gentle back bend. Lift the gaze, arch the back. We're finding the length through the spine. Maintain the stability in the legs. And with the exhale, we're just going to fold, bring the hands towards the mat. One round of breath here. And exhale, if it serves you to straighten through that right leg. Find your pyramid posture. Hands can rest up on blocks if you have them available. They can rest at the calf, making sure the knee is soft, or finding them down at the mat if you can maintain a neutral spine here. One more round of breath. And inhale, bend into the forward knee, rising up. From here, we're going to find a little lateral bending. So stay in this warrior two position through the legs. And we're going to extend the left arm towards the sky. Bring the right hand to the right hip. Then as the exhale arrives, reach that left hand towards the right. Looking for length through both side bodies. Take a deep breath in and exhale through center. Opposite side, left hand to the hip, right arm reaches. You can hold or reach. Take a deep breath in and exhale through center. Inhale, both arms reach. Hands come to frame the front foot. Step back. Find your flow. You can find knees, chest, chin, chaturanga, or down dog if your body tells you vinyasa is enough. Meeting in your table or downward facing dog, hips up and back. With the inhale, you have the option to hold or left leg rising. Wherever you are, we're going to bring the left foot forward between the fingertips, and you might have to walk it. The right foot comes down to the mat at an angle, hips square forward, arms reach. Soften those shoulders down. And with the exhale, bring the hands to heart center. You can hold or hinge, staying with the hinge, or bringing right elbow towards or outside that left knee. Palms pressed together. Maybe you lift the gaze. 3 rounds of breath here. Notice what's present for you. If the narrative is creeping in or if the mind is still at the breath with the body. And as the inhale arrives, rising up, arms reach, lift the gaze, lengthen the spine, open the chest for a back bend. Take a deep breath in and exhale. We'll bring the hands to frame the front foot. And then if it serves you, begin to straighten through that left leg. Now here, hands can rest at the calf. If you have blocks, they can rest on blocks. If you can maintain the neutral spine, bringing the hands right to the mat. One more round of breath. And with the inhale, bend into the forward knee, rise up, warrior one. This time we'll let the left hand down to the left hip, right arm reaches long, and as the exhale arrives, reach the right arm towards the left side of the mat. Looking for that side body stretch, take a deep breath in, and exhale through center. Inhale, left arm reaches, right hand to right hip, and find the stretch here. Notice what has your attention. Take a deep breath into side body, and exhale through center. Both arms reach towards the sky. Hands come to frame the front foot. You can step back to down dog or go through your flow. Knees, chest, chin to cobra or chaturanga to up dog. Releasing down, here we'll press into palms, coming back to child's pose, toes to touch, knees out wide. The arms can reach out in front or down along the side. Forehead can come to a block, a bolster, or the mat. Setting the hips towards the heels, always the option for a blanket between the thighs and the calves for a little extra love and support. We'll find 3 rounds of breath here in stillness, just reconnecting to the breath. And as your inhale arrives, slowly rolling up, we're gonna bring the legs out front here. It's coming into a little bit of forward folding from our seat. The legs are nice and active, always the option for a gentle bend in the knees or support under the knees, even bringing a blanket or a pillow. Then we're gonna reach the spine nice and tall with the toes pointing back at the head. Inhale, arms, and then exhale, fold forward, bringing the hands to rest at calves. They might make the ankles or the toes. Still looking for a nice neutral spine here and letting your connection deepen your expression. So wherever your hands are gripping, just find a light pull here. Finding your edge, that place of deep sensation that holds your attention but doesn't push you into pain or discomfort. Knowing this is where we find our progress. And as your inhale arrives, slowly rolling up, we're gonna make our way onto the back body here through a little bit of effort. If you've had enough of effort, you can always just release back. Otherwise, extending the arms out, keep the legs nice and active here. The spine is tall, the core is engaged, and we're gonna slowly lower down to meet the mat. And you might find yourself pausing somewhere that offers a little challenge to you. And as you're ready, come back to find yourself reclined. Bend into the knees. Walk the heels in towards the sits muscles. Bring the arms down along the sides. And now bringing knees to hips distance. Press into the heels and shoulders. And then lift the hips towards the sky here. We're looking for the weight between the shoulders and the heels. If you feel it in the neck, See if you can bring it back into the shoulders. You might even find yourself tucking the chin towards the chest here. One more round of breath. And with the exhale, releasing down, hug the knees into the chest. The hands can wrap around the thighs or the shins here and offer a gentle rock. Just a little massage for the low back, a little self-love here. And then settling into stillness. Release the arms in a T. You can have palms facing up or down. And then allow the knees to fall to the right side of the mat. Always the option for support underneath or between the legs. If you'd like to deepen, turn the gaze back over the left shoulder. But we want to make sure that both shoulders stay firmly grounded down. So if we notice that one is lifting, we might just lift out of the twist slightly here. And then breathing deeply once again into that side body. Take a moment to notice the spine and how it sits here, how it's held. And then as the inhale arrives, with control, bring the knees through center. You can take a gentle rock. And then as you're ready, pausing in stillness and allowing the knees to fall to the left side. You can gaze back over the right shoulder. If you'd like support, always the option here. One more round of breath. Deep into side body. And then inhale through center. Find that gentle rock side to side. And coming back to stillness. We're going to find our last posture here, a little more side bending, extending limbs long. And if it serves, bring the arms overhead. And now from here, we're going to bring the left wrist into the right hand. And then take the left ankle and cross it over the right. And you can hold in stillness, knowing we've already found the stretch if we're going for the length. Or beginning to bring the hands and maybe the feet towards the right side of the mat. Noticing how the spine sits here, how it's held, the sensation present. And as the exhale arrives, releasing back through center. We'll switch the grip, right wrist into left hand and right ankle over the left. And you can hold here or reaching hands, maybe feet towards that left side. Breathing deeply. You notice the mind wander, see if you can draw it back. And as your next exhale arrives, release through center. We're going to come in to find the final resting pose. But first I would like to offer you any last expression that would complete your practice. So whether that's a little happy baby, bringing the knees wide, the feet into the hands, and then sending them towards the sky. You might straighten one leg, the other, maybe both. If plow or shoulder stand are in your practice, feel free to go there. But making sure you're practicing safely within your own boundaries at home. And taking your time here to arrive at your final resting posture. Extending limbs long on the mat. If it's not comfortable to have the legs extended long, you can always find the gentle bend in the knees here. And allowing the knees to knock in as you walk the feet wide, just creating that support for low back. So as we're in this Savasana, I invite you to come back to breath, back to body. Holding the attention at the breath. as you allow the mind to quiet and the body to ease. You have the option to stay here as long as you like. I just want to offer a thank you to everyone who joined from Yoga Bliss and from me personally. I hope you enjoy your day so much. Thank you. Goodbye.